and their return to the field and streets of Prestonsburg, Kentucky. Let's take a walk, or should we say a twirl, through the decades with them beginning now. The 1940s, most remembered for World War II, was the height of the big band era. 1946 was the beginning of the Majorettes at PHS, and they may have performed to this big hit, In the Mood by the Glenn Miller Band. The 1940s were hard to beat, but with the 1950s came rock and roll music and Elvis Presley. Rock Around the Clock burst into the mainstream, and the PHS Majorettes no doubt performed to this popular hit.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me home. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Yes, the 1950s were awesome. Then came the 1960s and its highlights: Vietnam, the Beatles, Woodstock, and JFK. This song, Oh Pretty Woman, released in 1964, topped the charts, and the PHS Majorettes, without a doubt, performed to it.
Pretty woman, walking down the street, pretty woman, the kind I like to meet, pretty woman. I don't believe you, you're not the truth, no one could look as good as you. Mercy. Oh, pretty woman.
Oh yes, the 60s were an awesome time for the PHS Majorettes, but the 70s were an extremely interesting time period filled with crisis, new technology, and great entertainment. It was in this era that the Broadway musical and movie Jesus Christ Superstar was written and burst on the scene. PHS Majorettes of the 70s love performing to the theme song and are about to again. More good movies came in the 80s. Ronald Reagan was president, John Lennon was murdered, and the personal computer, Cabbage Patch Dolls, and VCRs made news. PHS Majorettes of the 80s performed to the theme song from Rocky. The 1990s, the last decade of the 20th century, was characterized by the rise of alternative media. Movements such as grunge, the rave scene, and hip-hop spread around the world to young people through the aid of cable television and the internet. Sadly, this was the last decade of the Majorettes at PHS. The 1990s Majorettes performed to this #1 greatest one-hit wonder of all time, and we're still dancing to it today, Macarena.
Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosas buenas. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosas buenas. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena.
From big band jazz, blues, rock and roll, R&B, hip-hop, country to hard rock, the PHS Majorettes and the bands they led performed for 60 years. They will never forget the experiences or how it all began.